Alrighty, so this lecture is about the explanation of enzymes, what they are and how do they work, why are they beneficial for the body. So here's a little explanation of what digestive enzymes are. Digestive enzymes help in digesting complex food materials into simpler molecules for absorption by the body. So what they do is they break down bigger molecules into smaller molecules so they can go through the walls of the small intestine. Now what do the walls of the small intestine contain? They contain capillaries, which are the tiniest blood vessels in the human body. So this is required by for the nutrients to be broken down so the nutrients can pass through the walls. As I discussed in the class, that it's not easier for a mouse for a cat to go through the opening, the same size opening as a mouse does. Like if we talk about Tom and Jerry, Jerry can pass through the small opening to his house, but Jerry cannot pass. Tom cannot pass through it. Why? Because the size is bigger. So in order to pass through the door of the house, the Jerry's house or the Jerry's doorway, he has to become smaller. So same is the case over here, that the molecules need to be broken down into tiny particles so they can pass through the doorways or the smaller blood vessels, which are the capillaries. Now, the next thing is that during digestion of food, different parts of the alimentary canal produce different digestive enzymes that help in digestion of different components of food. Now, these components of food are the nutrients. Three main types of nutrients we have talked about. One is carbohydrates, second is protein, third is fats. There are more as well, like we have talked about fiber, we have talked about water being another type of nutrient, sometimes considered as a nutrient, but over here the main three types of nutrients we're talking about are carbohydrates, protein, and the fats. Okay, so now where are these broken down? The first one, carbohydrates, they start breaking down in the mouth by the saliva, which we call thuk in Urdu. So the saliva, it starts breaking down carbohydrates in the mouth. When that broken down food goes into the stomach, over here there's another enzyme which starts breaking down protein molecule into amino acids. Next, when we move out, the food moves out. Over here from the gallbladder, this yellow part, if you see over here, it's gallbladder. Bile from the liver, which is stored in gallbladder, is passed on into the opening of the small intestine here when the food comes out of the stomach. So what bile does is it contains another enzymes which starts breaking down fats into fatty acids. Next, this orange thing, it's the pancreas. They contain pancreatic juice which they add when the food is going into the small intestine. So they also help in the further breaking down of carbohydrates, fats, and protein. Let's move further and then see what molecules are broken down into what type. Now, there are three main types of enzymes that we have in our body. What we are concerned about at this stage of your studies. There are three main types of the digestive enzymes. First is amylase, which breaks down starch down into glucose, which are the carbohydrates. Protease is the enzyme which breaks down protein into amino acids, and lipase, which breaks down fats into fatty acids, which are also, and another smaller particle which is called glycerol. You don't need to mention glycerol, but it's just for your knowledge that the fats are broken down into two things. One is fatty acids, the other is glycerol. Okay, now moving on, we need to know what is the structure that they turn into. Now, enzymes, they break down food into nutrients. Now, if you see over here, carbohydrates are present mostly in breads, rusk, it can be biscuits as well. So the longer chain of carbohydrates over here is broken down into glucose or smaller molecules. If you see, there are 4 enzymes present over here, but we are talking about amylase only. Please ignore the rest of them. It's just for your knowledge added over here. You don't need to remember that. Protein over here is present in the meat, either it's chicken, it's red meat. Red meat involves your beef, mutton. So the protein molecules, the complex chain, the bigger molecule is broken down into tiny amino acids so that they can pass through the walls of small intestine. Over here, the second one, which if you see, it's the pepsin, then protease dash trypsin, then peptidase. Protease is another enzyme inside the stomach which breaks down protein into amino acids. Fats are present in oily food, butter, cheese, excessive oily things. This is a complex molecule of the fats. If you see over here, they're broken down by lipase, which is an enzyme, and broken down into fatty acids and the glycerol. If you see over here, this is what the structure becomes and from which to which it breaks down. Over here, there's another example. Carbohydrates are broken down into simpler sugars. Proteins are broken down into amino acids. Over here, if you see, it's just trypsin written, but you can use protease for that as well. Fats turn into fatty acids by the lipase. Now, let us understand there are a few benefits of the enzymes that are present in the body. I'll go through them quickly. They're not a part of your syllabus, that what are the benefits, but you need to know in order to understand the full functionality of the enzymes. So okay, here are the benefits. So 1000 mg of digestive enzyme may help you to reduce gas, bloating, and digestive discomfort caused by the hard to digest proteins, milk. This over here, if you see, this is talking about a certain medicine, but I just picked up to help you understand what are the benefits of the enzymes in the body. So first, they boost up your immune system. That means that when the nutrients are given to your body and the energy is consumed, obviously you are healthy, and when you're healthy, your immunity is better. It contains wide array of different enzymes that may help break down. So the enzymes are present in the body. It help in digesting and obviously leading to the effective absorption of the nutrients. Enzymes that may help with older age. This is specifically related to the medicine over here which is mentioned, so ignore this one. Then a digestive enzyme function and optimize nutrient availability. Obviously, if the digestive enzymes are not there and the nutrients are not broken down, so your body cannot consume those nutrients. So what happens is that it cannot function properly because you are not getting enough nutrients. That means you're not getting enough energy. If you're not getting enough energy or the nutrients, so eventually what happens is that your body is lacking those nutrients and you become nutritional deficient. May aid the body's natural digestive process by helping the body to maximize full utilization of all nutrients. So again, the same thing, if the nutrients are broken down and consumed by the body to produce energy, so obviously your body is naturally, the digestive system works properly, the large intestine works properly, you do not feel constipation, you do not get a diarrhea, you do not get any other problem, and your body functions properly. Then over here, fast digestion, that will help convert food to energy efficiently. Again, the same thing that I just mentioned. So these are a few benefits of the enzymes. I would suggest you that I tried to make it as simple as possible, but if any of the concept is still not clear, please watch the video again, and if you want to talk to me, just let me know and I'll be there to guide you. Alright, thank you so much.